Hey guys, thanks for watching. I'm out in La Quinta with Milo Lines. Hey, how's it going?
Good.
Thanks to Jake Keel for setting this up from Golf Stick Pro. He also teaches lessons here at Silver Rock, where we are today and have been for the last couple hours. Okay, so today we were talking about the roll of the right arm, Milo. When I was early on in the channel, if you can hand me like 3 balls, please. Or 2 balls. Thank you. Early on in the channel, I visited a bunch of different pros, and the one drill that they all had me do, different variations of it, but the thing that I came to was, you know, when I'm on the range at home, and there's a range mat, right, and it ends about there. Mm-hmm. The game I started playing with myself to get this going was, let me see how far out there I can make the ball go, but skip it off here, you know. So then that would get the right arm working like this, like that. Well, I didn't skip it. Skip it like that. So, because everybody was having me toss a ball underhand like this. So I wanted to ask you, what is the role of the right arm in golf? And then also, because I see so many pitchers that are now good golfers, what is the difference between throwing something hard, like I'll try to throw this really hard, but kind of like on a golf plane. Okay? What's the difference between that and then how we would use your arm for a golf?
Well, in a throwing motion, when I actually throw, my arm goes external in this way. Okay. So my arm actually...
Show us the difference between internal, external.
So internal is this way, external is this way.
So basically, if you think about the hand, if the hand is going in
toward me, this would be internal rotation of my shoulder, and this would be external rotation of my shoulder.
Okay, so now we got the term right. Okay.
Now, in a golf swing, when I swing the club up to the top, my arm is slightly internally rotated. It's not externally rotated like this.
Yeah.
And it never actually goes into external rotation. It goes maybe toward it slightly, but it doesn't actually get there.
In your swing?
In almost any golf swing. I don't know
any good
I don't know anybody who's really good who I see actually get external, maybe DJ slightly, but most players, their right arm doesn't go this way.
Okay.
And it's the same with like hitting. So I think that hitting a golf ball is a little more like hitting a baseball than it is throwing. So if I hit a ball with a bat, I don't go like this. We call that bat drag. That's what little kids do.
Yeah.
Big league hitters, when they hit like this. So this arm doesn't actually go that way.
All right, let me see that. Because I can, as evidenced with my amazing homer that I hit at Superstition Mountain with your baseball bat, I can swing a bat a little bit. So if I go here and go, that would be what I would do.
Yeah, it's perfect. So your arm wouldn't go actually external. It's more.
I won't swing. There we go.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. No, my arm's not. It's here and it's going there. Yeah, so it is going a little this way, but
it's going toward external, but it's not going complete. It's not actually going to external rotation.
Yeah.
It's going. If this was the top, it's going toward it, but not all the way into external. Okay. So
what's baseball?
That's baseball. That's golf too. That's how most good golfers hit like that. They don't drive this arm forward and get narrow like this. Okay. This stays more wide and more. It's probably almost neutral.
Yeah.
But what really happens is their forearm has the ability to supinate. So your trail forearm in transition, without going external with my shoulder, I can supinate my forearm, and that actually will pitch the shaft back. Okay. It's not necessarily my shoulder going external.
So Milo, you're saying we take a backswing, and a good thing to do would be keep this elbow feeling, not this way, but feeling like it's basically there. But the shaft pitches this way.
The shaft pitches that way. Now, if you just did this and turn, watch where your elbow gets. So just start turning your chest out of the way. Turn your body. See where your arm is? That's just like the baseball swing.
Yeah, and it starts looking from that like somebody did this, but they didn't.
They didn't do it.
They went like this and they just turned.
That's exactly right.
Okay, gotcha.
That makes sense?
It does. Okay, so let's put it into action here, Milo. You can hit this driver. Yeah, you hit this driver.
I'll hit that driver. I'm not hitting mine again.
I don't want you to. I don't want you to hit a full swing shot anyway.
Okay.
So show me that kind of like level to shoulder to shoulder high, or how would you work on this in kind of like, I've seen you do this, especially like when you're warming up or just trying to like get in sequence.
So I make a lot of moves like this.
Okay, this is what I want to ask you about this. In transition, are you In transition, are you doing this? Or are you just relaxing that and turning and that's happening?
I'm relaxing and turning and it's happening.
So show me the difference.
But a lot of times for somebody who's just learning the feel, they have to make it do it.
They have to actually physically
They have to physically make it do it. I don't. When I change directions, that's just, it just happens for me.
Yeah.
There's not much tension in my hands. There's a weight on the end of a stick.
Yeah.
It wants to do this when I change directions.
Yeah.
Now, for the average guy, when they come in here and they're used to going like this with it, they might have to feel the opposite. They might have to feel like they're actually making it go that way.
So give us a little drill for the average guy that has the pitch going this, or actually going this way a little bit.
Well, there's two different things you see. You see guys who are going this way with it, and you see guys who are going this way with it.
And the pros are leaving that alone.
The pros are, their arm structure is pretty much just set, and they let nature take its course more. So for a guy who struggles with it, I might have them come here, feel like they let the club kind of fall, and then just turn it with it. So, want me to hit one?
Yeah, sure.
So it's just swing it up here, let it fall, turn and hit it.
So this is one of the top things you wanted me to take home, right?
One of the things.
One of the things. Okay, so you go here, turn into it, and hit it. Yep. Oh, great. Yeah.
Little knuckleball out to the right.
Yeah.
Good.
Cool.
And then as you add speed to that, that straightens it out.
Okay. Sounds like you want me to add speed.
I don't. No. Always straight to speed.
Okay.
Good.
Here and
that one went a little left on you.
a little ducky.
Yeah.
Baby quack.
So that tells you got it back there and then you went.
Okay.
Flipped it.
All right. So roll the right arm here. We're really, don't let it get this way. Don't let it get this way. Really, that's staying there, and we're letting this get affected by the physics of how you're moving.
Exactly.
Okay. So for me, I'm feeling Milo. See if you like this. Vertical here, and then I'm going to swing into the left arm, and then that's going to pitch the club that a ways.
That looks good.
And then bring it back to the ball. Here, so we go vertical here, pitch it around. That was good. I never aligned myself up, so.
Yeah, that was pretty good. That was pretty good, right, Ed?
Okay, so really, you feel like you're not doing much with the right arm as far as like, even if you did keep it wide, you wouldn't feel like you would go like a big slap with it that way, like accelerated slap to the ball.
Yeah, but how I would slap something, I wouldn't do it with my arm. If I was going to slap you hard, I would do it like this. Wham!
Uh-huh.
My arm would be back here, and I would sling it into you, and I'd knock you down.
I can feel that. Okay.
Does that make sense?
Uh-huh.
So I would never, if I was going to slap something, I wouldn't do this. My arm wouldn't be moving this way across my chest. My arm would be actually staying back. I'm just thinking if I really wanted to hurt you, that's what I would do.
Right. You were at the carnival and you had to slap something. Okay. Turn into it and give it a big, wide slap.
And if you could do that every time, forever, I think you'd be happy.
I didn't see the ball.
Did you see that ball?
Yeah. My side.
It's straight, right?
It was a baby fade and went right at that tractor.
Oh, perfect. Exactly what I meant. Okay. That was great. Hey, everybody, I want to tell you about this thing that Milo Lines and I and Dr. Scott Lynn worked on really hard called the Driving Force. It's at BeBetterGolf.net/premium. You'll see it there, or BeBetterGolf.net/driving force. You'll see we have information about it where we really talk about how to leverage the ground and use the ground. This is the stuff that the best players in the world are using right now. To get a little more, that's for them. But even for us, it's the stuff in the ground. How is it even useful for regular golfers?
For most everybody, it's all about the sequence and the timing of how they do it. Because most people, they transition way too late in their golf swings. They shift off the ball and then they try to hit the ball and transition at the same time. It's not the right order. There needs to be more of a flow to how they move so that they can sequence things right.
Yeah, before we did the video series, I had always thought of like, okay, there's ground force. You know, there's ground forces. But the term that really came out of that series for me was ground force pattern. That's really where you're going to get a whole lot better. And you've been saying it so much in this trip, where it's really it's a dance step, isn't it?
Totally. It's a rhythm.
Okay.
So there's a rhythm to everything how you move. So you're constantly offsetting how the club's moving around. Mm-hmm. So the club's going this way, you start to move this way, so you can sling the club faster.
Okay, so hit one more shot with this Milo with that in mind. A little par 3 teed up, whatever you have there. What is that?
7-iron.
7-iron. All right, Milo. So take us out here with a little 7-iron. And in this, I want people to think before you hit the shot. Just give me 30 seconds on the dance move that you do that hits the ball. The ground force pattern dance move.
So for me, I step in here. I'm kind of continuously moving.
Yep.
When my club hits the ground, I'm going to shift to the left, and then I'm going to start moving back to the right slightly, and that's going to, right then I'm going to start moving the golf club back.
Let's see it.
And about the time the club gets to here, my body, this hip starts to circle around, and it's actually, the momentum starting to go around the corner and back toward the target. Mm. So I'm going around back toward the target before my club gets up to the top.
Love that.
So let's see if I can actually put the face on the ball.
There you go. Yeah, and in the driving force, one of the segments that we have, Milo gets rid of his trigger. And the before and after of Milo with a trigger and without a trigger is dramatic. It turns him like almost into a regular player. Thanks for watching, everybody. If you want more information about Milo Lines, go to milolinesgolf.com. There's a promo code, Be Better there, to get a discount off of membership there. Thanks for watching. Bye.
100 into the lead side right here, just as the club starts to move back, and then the pressure starts to go back into his trail side. That's his trigger.
If your lead knee releases back, then generally your pressure is going to
move back.
More back.
Yeah, you definitely got 100. Yeah. And then what you'll do when you're hitting your 100 swing, if you hit 10 swings where you're trying to get 100 in, and you hook 8 of them. Now you know, oh, that's what causes my hook. And so if you get on the course and it starts hooking, now you have a strategy. Oh, I got to stay a little more.
You don't see many people go down here and stop and then jump up.
Yeah. But as we get older and as our nervous systems stop functioning as quite as well, then that stretch short cycle doesn't work quite as well as it used to. And so some people may have to load a little bit slower.
Your preload where you're dropping, you only weigh 90 pounds on the plate.
So I'm about half my weight.
About half your body weight, yeah.
And then I feel like I catch myself with my weight pretty much on right on the center of my feet, I would guess. Is that where it looks like it lands to you?
Let me check. So you are right on 50-50 at the peak.
When I catch, it goes that way.
Yeah. And in golf, you can't just make one change, right?
The brakes are so hard.
I'm pushing hard against the ground, and then as the club's moving, I keep pushing a different direction.
Right here is where you need to brake. There you go.
Oh, baby.
Oh, there's actually a ramp.
Yeah, it's a big spike.
You really started to ramp up the brakes just before you got the club parallel to the ground. And my club head speed went way up.
Oh, I like that one.
130 again.